What's up, Hakeem Vlogs? Back at it again with another vlog. Today, it's just gonna be a calm, cool, and collected Q&A. I got food, Outback Steakhouse, shrimp and chicken Alfredo. And then, of course, I got my wine. And, of course, I keep a gallon of water with me as well. I would listen to music, but I was like, you know what? Why not make a video? That's very grown. So we just gonna get straight into it. These questions, I got them all from Instagram. That's like the only social media that I use to like do stuff like that. I'm either on TikTok posting my content, but other than that, I'm not really on social media. What is something that you have been through that has matured you a lot? That's a really good question. I'd say 10th grade, I went to SLHS. My tattoo artist can vouch. The teacher's name was like Shirley. She teached, I want to say health or communications, something like that. But I was a hooper. And we had to write something on like the paper, like her getting to know us or whatever, about like what do we want to be and things of that nature. And I said the NBA. She said, you got to be more realistic. Like, basically telling me that my dreams weren't attainable and that I need to be doing something else, like blue collar. And everybody in the class, you know, it's 10th grade. Like, ooh, type shit, you know? And I was like, all right. COVID after 10th grade, 12th grade came. Boom, I'm trying to hoop. I grow in everything. I was short all my life, midget. But I always hooped, and I always hooped, like, you know, upper class. 12th grade, tryouts, open gym, and hella shit, you know. Some more of my partners from hometown come to hoop. I can hang, I can make plays, I can play defense, I can score. You feel me? I can pass the ball. I obviously worked my ass off, I thought. But I got cut. Me and one of my other partners, we both got cut. And we were two people that, some people that made the team thought like, oh, we should have made it, or kind of looked at like, oh, shoot, dang, like, damn, you know, type shit. But after that, you know, lost my basketball confidence. And then went to JUCO and tried to give it another shot. You know, the coach was messing with me. I could have played, but something just brought me to football. Finding football again has taught me so much about myself. I'm able to use all of my feelings to just express myself when I'm playing football. And I've been through so much between COVID to now finding football again, to where I've learned a lot. And I've picked up a lot of game, you know, from others, and I've just applied it to my life to better myself. Of course, you know, trying to get closer to God, been getting closer to God. I am a Christian, you know, Jesus Christ, that's, you know, who I believe in, Lord God. And just been trying to elevate myself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. For my next question, it says, it just says personality, so I'm guessing like what's my personality like. I do find some of the zodiac stuff to be true. So I'm prideful in being a Gemini. My personality, I'm very chill. But I do have like a playful, you know, comfortable kid type of personality when I'm around the people that, you know, I trust and things of that nature. But I'm super chill. But I have the personality to where I can adapt anywhere, like in any type of setting, and, you know, survive. But yeah, this next question, it says dream car. My dream car, I want a Hellcat, Lamborghini Urus. And I want like a family car. I'd be cool with less than 5 cars, you know, when I get rich. Less than 5 cars is cool, you know. Cause like 1 is cool. But then again, it's like, oh, I want 2. So like less than 5 for sure. If I had to choose 1 though, I'd go with the Lamborghini Urus because it can be a family car and a personal car, you know? So yeah. What's your career dream goals? My career dream goals, of course, to go to the NFL. We're gonna go to the NFL. You feel me? I'm putting in work like I've been doing and ball out again at this Division II that I'm at. But I wouldn't even say again, because I feel like my ball out season that I had at JUCO was ass. Like I could have been All-American. I could have had way more picks. Like I don't want to have no excuses, but you know, I was a fresh DB like a year in. Like I said, I could have got All-American, bro. I'm so mad. Like, you know, you can't get nothing back, bro. And that's why I'm trying to make sure that this Division II I'm at, I'm gonna have an All-American season. Like I'm not thinking about deflecting balls. Like I'm trying to take everything out the sky. Like before I was a cornerback, I was a receiver, so like I'm trying to attack the ball the same way. Of course, get deflections. I'm gonna still be smart, but like the football players know. I'm hitting, like footwork got stronger, faster, etc. I've been smart, playbook nothing. Yeah, I'm a ball for sure. Besides football though, people will say you're plan B. How I look at it, how I think about it, I'm gonna use football to then invest into other things to, of course, you know, just create generational wealth. But I would like to invest into, of course, you know, YouTube, being a vlogger, you know, eventually streaming, and then, you know, I can figure out plenty of other things that I would want to invest into. I don't want it to be on like no selfish type of time and like taking or nothing. I'm definitely gonna give back. I'm definitely gonna try to put money into, like, you know, the communities where I grew up in the Bay Area, and just, you know, hopefully try to bring together all these communities, man. You know, we're only a product of our environment, but we're all lost to where you don't know how to diversify outside of being a product of your environment. We've all went through certain experiences. Good decisions, bad decisions. Mental health. Just life, bro. Like, you can think about it. Even the people that are rich, you know, still don't have it all there. With me, like, it's more of like a spiritual thing, like beyond earth, bro. Like I just want to be happy, peaceful, but I want everybody else to be happy and peaceful together type shit. And the only thing earthly that can do that is money. So I would like to use my money beyond generational wealth to just create something for all the communities which I grew up in to just come together. You feel me? That's really it. That's the start to making the world, you feel me, like a better place. And then everybody just gotta emulate. But also, like I said, it's spiritual. So it's with you and your relationship with God. Whoever you believe in is the higher power above, you feel me, reality. The next question, it says family relationship. So my family relationship, I got a mom. I have a stepfather, a second father. I have my father. I have 6 siblings. Let me make sure I'm not leaving nobody out. I have 7. And then that's my immediate family, you feel me? So yeah, that's my family relationship. I'm gonna go in depth without going in depth. Me and my mom, she was a single mother from the ages of maybe when I was like 1, 2 to 5. Then she, you know, met my second father. Me and my dad always been tight, you feel me? You know, my mother and my stepfather always been, you know, good parents to me, you know, money, good schools, keeping me away from, you know, the bad until, let me say, maybe not Laurel, like 1st, 2nd grade, and then maybe not high school. But besides that, pretty much, you know, kept me sheltered. Me and my dad, good relationship. Without going into depth, he was just, our relationship was up and down because of what he was going through, you know, and alcohol. But besides that, you know, he was pretty much the same, you know, just a single parent. But me and my sister, I could go into depth about the traumatic experiences from me and close family, but it doesn't matter. It makes you, you know, who you are. And, you know, only you remember it, can remember it, or are affected by it, and yeah, things of that nature. But besides that, you know, all my family loving, give good game, you know, who I am and how I think. I'm just putting myself more in a selfish type of position in terms of thinking about the long term, the long run, the future, to better than everybody else. I can be 100% honest and just go down, you know, a long list of just Black traumatic experiences for just family in general, and how that can be rooted and seeded into a family tree. But, you know, I'm blessed to have the life that I have, you know, just disregarding, you know, some of the stuff that I've been through, because, you know, there's way worse than me. And, you know, there's just people's lives in general in the world that just have a life that, you know, I'm grateful for mine. I can't really complain. You know, of course I made bad decisions, you know, being hard-headed or going through whatever I've went through, or just being influenced by being a product of my environment, or, you know, COVID was really a lot of time I had to my ages of 16 to 18, where, you know, besides that, I can call on any one of my family members, man, and they'll pick up. So let me know if y'all like want to see me eat my food. I can't even believe I'm saying some shit like that, but like, is that selling your soul? I'm not desperate for money. This is, let me clear this up right now. I'm doing this YouTube stuff for me, period. Man, I feel like this can help better me as a human being, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and I can only further, you know, my passion to then as well help me invest into football. So I just want everything to help hand in hand with what I'm trying to do. But I don't want to think too far ahead. I want to plan, you know, step by step, chapter by chapter, so I'm not overstimulating myself. The next question: where are you from and your experience? I'm from Oakland, California. East, west. I lived in Richmond, I've lived in Hayward, I've lived in San Leandro, but the most of my years, half and half of the years I've been alive is East and West. Yeah, my experience, man. I love the Bay Area. Let's not get it twisted. I love the Bay Area. My experience in both East and West, I say a lot of people know a lot of people. You know, I've always been a hooper, basketball, so, you know, I got relationships within sports, football, when I was younger, but mainly basketball though, for sure. But, you know, just living there, going to schools out there, Laurel Elementary, East Oakland. I went to Cova after that. It was like in the hills next to Redwoods, Holy Names, a musical school, but just where the middle class black people of, you know, East and West or wherever will put the black kids, but the black kids tore that school up. Everybody in West and East Oakland, bro, smart as hell. Some of the most intelligent people you gonna ever meet, and I've went to other states and things of that nature, so don't get it twisted. We're not dumb. We have common sense, and we think, some of us think further than reality. But I'm gonna get back into that later. I went to San Leandro High School. It's like border between East and West. I mean East and San Leandro. Know a lot of people from there. You know, also people I've been going to school with since elementary. What else? Then I went to Chabot in Hayward, my JUCO, and then now I'm at a Division II in Nebraska. So my experience, just back to what I was talking about, like, you'll meet some real intelligent people, but really just lost in terms of being a product of their environment and not getting any other guidance or tools to think or do beyond what they know, their influence. So once you bring them out of that, or even the ones that just go through enough stuff and, you know, are given chances to just realize that they want better for themselves outside of, you know, what they're doing out of whatever, envy, hate, pride, whatever the case may be, like, they understand at the end of the day they got to get away from this shit. But at the same time, there's a lot of we love the Bay, bro, and, you know, our family that's in it. It's deeper than that, for sure. But, you know, everybody's experiences is different also, you know, based upon, you know, where you grew up at, people that you know, and things of that nature. But that's why I said, you know, I'm trying to be the one to hopefully just shed more light just on the Bay Area in terms of just investment and just trying to better our community. And, you know, we be one of the meccas of just money for the world in general, or the United States. But in my experience, I'm blessed. I'm alive right here today, and I'm making this video. So I'm sorry, bro. I am a light skin, bro. Like, I keep looking at my face, bro. These pimples is pissing me off, bro. But the next question. Okay. It says, what do you prefer? Bro, I had to shell my food. I guess they talking about coochie or yangamang. Come on, bro. I prefer the coochie. Next question say, what does your life consist of? For today and like the rest of the year. Well, like, so I've been working out over the summer. That's pretty much it. Like, working out, just seeing family, and, you know, just seeing everybody out here that I love and stuff like that. Trying to make some money before I go back. Just get started, get back in that mode for sure. Come season, fall camp. Yeah, locked in, bro. I'm finna be, of course, still getting closer to God. Finally got a Bible. I'm finna be highlighting in the Bible. You feel me? I ain't gonna be playing the game. I'm literally gonna be Bible, school, football. Like, it's serious. It's serious. I'm trying to really better myself. Like, I'm trying to really lock in. I don't want no excuses. I don't want nothing getting in the way. I don't want to, like, you feel me? Like, I'm trying to make sure I eat right, I sleep right. I'm trying to make sure I'm taking care of the books. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting shit done on the field, off the field. Simple. I'm trying to get paid. Sports history. I started playing football, East Bay Warriors. I say 6 to 10. Then I stopped playing. I was hooping from like I started hooping at 9. Then I hooped all the way from 9th to 10th. But I played flag football in middle school because I didn't play Pop Warner. But I was still hooping. I was playing AAU. I was traveling. I hooped in high school. I got cut my last year. And then so I could have redshirted at Chabot, like, for hoop, but like I said, something brought me back to football. So I just grinded football for real, bro. I felt the basketball came easy to me because it got to a point where all the work that I put in terms of basketball and was practicing or fake, you know, just playing, just staying conditioned. I just started to grow. My body, my mental, my, like, basketball just started to just become so fluid to me. Like, I could play Chabot, I could go overseas, you know, I can play YouTube basketball. Like, it get like that. But something just brought me back to football, just everything I was going through. And I was just like, bruh, my parents stopped letting me play football, middle school and up. So I could have played, you know, my 12th grade year, bro. Literally, I was gonna go with my partner 12th grade year to go play football, bro. I was like, you know what, I gotta go to this class after hours for something. The next day I tried to come, they was like, oh yeah, the last day you could sign up or play or whatever was yesterday. I was like, bro, 12th grade I could have did the same thing I did at JUCO, played here and went crazy. I feel like I could have been said bump basketball and play football all high school, and I would have went, God knows where I would have went. But, you know, still blessed, you know, the experiences and everything I've been through in life to get to where I, you know, was at Chabot, to still ball out, to be where I'm at right now, Division II. Nobody in my family can say that. Next question says, last song you listen to. I don't want to say song because I don't remember, but it was definitely off of Lil Tony's new album. His new Preaching album, TK versus Tony. Next question. Highest career stats in basketball or any sport. Basketball, Probably like 27, all threes. Football. I don't want to count flag football. I've had some crazy flag football 7-on-7 stats, but pass. I guess this only ball out season that I just had for JUCO, bruh. I'm a hooper that just became a football player, going crazy, unicorn. I do need to gain more weight. Let's not get it twisted, but weight don't mean nothing. If you a dog, you a dog. If you gonna kill, you gonna. I'm just flew out my mouth. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put these next two questions together. These is from two separate people. One of them say relationship advice, and the other one says, how many relationships have you been in? Okay, I've been in one relationship. Oh wait, no, see, and this other question by a different person say how many bodies you got. Okay, we can put all three together. I've been in one relationship and I have one body. Believe it or not, I don't care. I've never been tempted to let you feel me, that by any of the schools that I've went to you know, but whatchamacallit, like I said, I've always been small too, so it took me a minute to even like start to get females to fuck with me type shit. I always, you know, hung around, like just had female friends and shit, like, but I mainly was hanging with my sports. When I, you know, started messing with females, I was already of energy type game, to where I can feel somebody energy, or I can be like, you know, I don't want to mess with them, or I wouldn't want to take things further. But I've also, you know, messed with females to where it would be like situationships where I would have to compete with other dudes not doing it. And then ones where I'm thinking, you know, stuff going cool, and just out of nowhere they just boom, ghost me, and, you know, go fuck with somebody else. And, you know, but at least they keep it real. Into my first relationship, out of high school, literally 18, fresh 18. Met somebody from a different school, but of where I knew people and I was working around, like in West. So relationship advice, man, I don't really got none, because you feel me, that's the only relationship I've been in. But what I've been through, I can say advice that you can use. Listen, even wrong or right, just listen. Like, you feel me? Because you would want the same respect in terms of if you wanted to express something and you wanted them to listen or understand what you're saying, where you're coming from as well. So you can listen to use what you understand from what they're saying, whether it's wrong or right, whether it's both, and just apply it to just then expressing yourself. And, you know, hopefully them giving the same respect back, to where then y'all can come up with a solution. Whether or not it's a solution, or, you feel me, there's no common ground, you're in a relationship, you're in a commitment for a reason. So you got to figure it out. You can't do too much distancing as you think, but also you should be able to have your personal time, and you should be able to express that, you know, without there being any insecurities. If you guys set boundaries, then, you know, everything should just be peaceful, calm. You guys should trust each other, love each other, be loyal. And so I don't really got too much game, man. Of course, I've been through my fair share of what everybody else been through. And of course, also, you know, get closer to God, bro. You want to be emotionally available for yourself before you're emotionally available for somebody else. Man, that's just first and foremost. Last question. It says age, zodiac sign, fuck it, what's your build? That's hella funny. 21, Gemini, 6 foot, 165, 170 max. Bro. I'm trying to get bigger, but man, when I'm hella big, Like the most I've gotten to this summer is like 172. But I got sick. So, and I felt like slower and just slower recovery and stuff like that. It was weird. So I got sick and went back down. So I had to eat and, you know, regain and shit like that. But since I was already working out and building muscle and things of that nature, getting faster, being on the field or whatever, I'm still, you know, as I'm getting them pounds back and I hit 165, I'm just hella strong, hella fast or whatever. Like I'm still in the 170s. It's weird. But, you know, my school gonna get me up there. And, you know, wherever else I go. Hey, y'all finna get some Nebraska content, man. I wonder what that be like. For sure. But, you know, stay blessed. Stay spiritually in line. Stay mentally in line. Emotionally, physically. Be kind to yourself. Amen.
No pain, damn near insane. Feel like this shit is hindering me. Still trapped in my head, but chasing bread. The money is damn near killing me. Still can't trust nobody, but chasing love. But love only made me bleed. Brother, our person lean. This life shit feel like a dream. Walk around, can't even feel shit. Just wanna drill shit.